In this video, I want to talk about changing your workouts. How often should you change your workout routine? I want to talk about that and a whole lot more. Hello, guys. Welcome to this live broadcast. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you're here today. When you come on to this live broadcast, make sure that you say hello. That's our greeting. Mind, body, spirit, hello. I am so glad you're here joining me today. In this video, I want to talk about changing your workouts. How often should you change your workout routine? I want to talk about that and a whole lot more. So let's talk about how often you should change your workouts. I'll tell you, when I talk about all the confusion, the frustration that a lot of men go through as they're trying to get through all these training strategies, that's one thing that a lot of men cling to, that they must change their workout routines often. You have to confuse the muscle. That's something that they hear, and that's one of the strategies that men adopt more than anything else. I always talk about the 80-20 rule. There's 100 things that you're hearing when it comes to training and nutrition, putting it all together. All 100 things are being thrown at you, but how do you prioritize it? They're all not equal in importance, but how do you know? The fitness experts, they're so passionate, enthusiastic, and they look great about what they're talking about, but they all can't be important. 80-20 rule, there's 20 of the things that we need to do that make the biggest impact. We need to know what those 20 are. We need to really focus on them and get better and better at those before we just move on and we do all these extra things. But what are they? We have to know what the 20 are, and we have to take those to higher and higher levels, not just do them. All right, a lot of men, there are things like, 57, 62, 99 on that list that they have interpreted that's really important, and they're missing basic number 2, number 3 of those 20 that really matter. And they're kind of doing them, but they're not putting enough effort. Their standards aren't high enough. It's very, very common. So they're doing everything, they're just not getting the results. They don't have that certainty when they look in the mirror. And I think that changing your training routines, your workout routines, is one of those ones that aren't quite as important as a lot of men put that emphasis on. When they look in the mirror, they don't like what they see. They think they need to confuse the muscles, change the routine often. Right? That is not one of the most important. And, right? Let me tell you, I'm not exactly sure. Everybody has a different definition of what confusing the muscle is. And I guess that sounds right. It sounds intuitive, right? If your muscles will adapt to your working out your chest workout if you continue to do the same routine. But I'll tell you how your body gets confused, how it won't adapt is through progressive overload. It's doing what you're doing a little bit better, right? 1 more rep with 5 more pounds, better form, feeling, better mind-muscle connection, all right? 5 more pounds, 1 more rep, better mind-muscle connection, all right? Better form, feel, and execution. That's taking those muscles to the next level. That's confusing. It isn't adapting to that overload, right? Progressively overloading. That's how you confuse the muscle. Should you change your routine? Sure. Change your routine, I would say every 8 to 10 weeks. It's good to get a new routine. Make sure that you're well-rounded with all your routines, all right? Now, we're talking about the body, stimulating growth, all right, in this context. Now, if you want to change your routines because you get bored easily, right, well, that's something different if you want to change your routines for that reason. Sometimes a lot of men think they must do it to confuse the muscles to stimulate growth. When they look in the mirror, they think that they're doing something like not confusing the muscle, and that's why they look the way they do, especially things like not enough muscle or too much body fat. That is not it. That is not it. One thing when you change your routines too often is that you get confused. You don't pick up the patterns. You don't know, all right, this third set of bench press. I know I usually fail. I got to really get mentally tough on it and get more out of it. I'm prepared. I've done this workout a lot of times. So when you change your routine too often, you're not picking up with those patterns to have the better performance and take notes over 6 or 8 weeks, right? Getting better and better, demanding more out of yourself, right? Getting that mind into it and creating that progressive overload. That's how you confuse the muscle, right? So if you think you got to change your routine every couple weeks and it's not because you're bored, it's not because you want variety, it's because you think you must, and maybe that's what's stopping you from having the physique you want. That's not it. You don't confuse the muscle, whatever. I'm not exactly sure what that means to people. It's just that your body doesn't adapt, right? So you confuse it, whatever it may mean to you, a more effective way, a more efficient way, instead of changing the routines where, you cut down on that sense of certainty and the patterns to put more into it. The way to confuse it is progressive overload. Confuse it by, hey, muscles are saying, hey, I have to lift 5 more pounds today. My form is a little bit more strict, right? Progressive overload, that's the best way to confuse the muscle more than change the workout routine. I say that you should change your workout routine every 8 to 10 weeks. In week 8, 9, or 10, that's plenty of time. Gives you in that groove, pick up the patterns, take it to a higher and higher level, and then you can round it out with different exercises, all right? Guys, all these strategies, I know you're looking all over the internet, the training and nutrition, how to put it all together. You found your home right here with Workouts for Older Men Live. Make sure that you visit my skiplacour.com website. You see all of the videos I have posted for you. Training, nutrition, mindset, blog posts, podcasts, they're all there on skiplacour.com. Make sure you're on my email list. I'm continually adding more and more content to my website. Make sure you're on all of my social media platforms. Tell you, if you want to shorten your learning curve, you've got a busy, productive life, you're successful in your family and your business. Now that you're a little bit older, you're putting more of this priority on your fitness. All right, you want to shorten the process. You want to join my 12-week fitness transformation journey. It's starting soon. Spots are filling up quickly with driven-out ambitious men just like you. It has 3 one-on-one coaching sessions with me. We spread over 3 weeks before we go on a 12-week journey with the rest of the group. Weekly coaching calls. Just finished another 12-week fitness transformation journey that's specifically designed for older men just last night. Just finished our 12 weeks together. You have continual contact with me. My personal cell phone. We text back and forth. We call all throughout this 15-week journey. Go to skiplacour.com/transformation. Watch the video. Read all about how you'll benefit. Right? Read all the testimonials of men who are just like you, looking to shorten the learning curve, to end their frustration, confusion, overwhelm, so they don't have to look all over the internet, is to get this together. All right? Read the testimonials, watch the video, fill out the questionnaire. This weekend, all I'm going to be doing is talking to all the men who have any interest. So fill out that questionnaire, fill it out thoroughly, all right? I'll reach out to you, so when you get that call from the 925 area code, that is me. We'll just talk for 10 or 15 minutes. See if it's a good fit for you, all right? Then we'll decide the next steps. I want you to go on this journey. One thing that I guarantee, when our 15 weeks of this connection, you and me going through the journey together, it would be nice to hang out with you, right? A goal, specific goal, immersion into the process, right? My guarantee is when you are done, when you look in the mirror, and regardless of what you think of your body right now, it's pretty good. You just want to take it to a higher level. A lot of the men who join me, they look better than most men their age. They just want to get a little bit closer to where I am, right? But they look pretty good. They want to take it to the next level. They want to go on a journey. They want to go on an adventure. They want to master this fitness at this stage of life. But regardless of what you look like now, you can look in the mirror with absolute certainty and confidence, knowing you know exactly what to do to make those improvements that you want. It's just a matter of time. And it's just a matter of you actually doing it. And that's a great sense of control when you feel that way, all right? I want to give you that absolute certainty. When you look in the mirror, you know what to do. It's just a matter of doing it. Also, when you're in the gym, you can move from set to set to set with absolute certainty, knowing what you're doing is getting you a little bit closer to those muscle gains, having that body that you want. So both inside and outside of the gym, knowing what to do. Now it's just a matter of doing it. All right, so go to skiplacour.com/transformation. Again, watch the video, read about all your benefits, read the testimonies, and fill out that questionnaire, and then we'll talk for a little bit and see if it's a good fit for you. I'd really love just to connect with you that way. All right, so that's going to do it for this Workouts for Older Men Live. Continue to post your questions, your comments, anything you want to see down below. I'll acknowledge you all throughout the day, all throughout the week. And go to skiplacour.com/transformation. Fill out that question, or watch the video, read the testimonies. I want you to join me for my 12-week fitness transformation that's specifically designed for older men with busy, productive lives that's starting soon. So go there now, fill that out. If you get that call or text from the 925 area code, that's me. Let's take on today with a sense of urgency. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us when we're a little bit older. So let's have a great day. Let's have an outstanding day. Let's produce more. Again, live with that sense of urgency. Produce more, hug more, love more, connect more. Do what you do. Do it even better today. Of course, train with that sense of urgency too. Have a great day. Have an outstanding day. Have an awesome day. Think big. And think bigger than getting bigger.